Good day everybody, my name's Awesomecrunch and welcome back to a bit more Subnautica news. Now this episode is just covering some of the new models which have been released by the devs onto Sketchfab, and they are for the Emperor Leviathan and the Reaper Leviathan, and they are really awesome. So first one I'm going to show you today is the Emperor reskin. Now it looks very similar to the old one, but it's a lot darker, so it looks a lot better, I think, in my opinion. It looks kind of like a turtle shell, the back, which looks really good, but it's still got the really light blue eyes and the green feelers, tentacles, whatever you call them, and it's still got this thing here. It's like a voice box kind of thing, it looks like. It's got some stripes here, stripes here, stripes here. Makes it look a lot better, more defined, and it's a much nicer colour scheme, I think, in my opinion. Underside looks awesome as well. It's really scaled. Looks amazing, and this will be in game soon, I assume. Well, definitely before V1, as a finishing touch to the Emperor, and it looks amazing. There's actually a comparison between the old Emperor skin and the new Emperor skin, which was published 4 months ago. This was published only 3 weeks ago, so this is much newer. So this is going to be the final reskin, so this is what it's going to look like, but I will actually just show you the comparison so you can see what it's like. So this is the old Leviathan texture. As you can see, it's a lot lighter than the new one, and it's still got the light blue and green antenna. The stripes are there, but they're less defined, and they've definitely made some effort to make them look better, and the underside is also less defined in the old one. And I think it just looks better than the new one because the colour scheme is a lot better. Now this model here, which has blue eyes and blue antenna, which I think is actually pretty cool. This is from 4 months ago, sorry. So this is out of date, so this is another older one. And this one was a lot darker than the one that we're going to have, so obviously they decided that it was too dark. So they made a few changes there, and they've also, this is brown in this skin here, and now in the real one it's blue. So obviously they've decided to stick with the kind of original colour scheme, just make it a little bit more crisp and a little bit darker, but I do love the new model. It looks incredible. So the next model we're covering today is the Reaper Leviathan, and they've added a really cool model for it. Basically it is extremely high definition. It looks incredible, and they've added like scarring, kind of stretch marks on the underside. As you can see there's scars there, scars there. The actual design on the back looks a lot better. The fins also look better, whatever you'd call them. I'm not entirely sure, but overall it just looks so much better now, with all of this extra detail on it. These I don't know what you'd call them, these kind of, they're like arms, but not. They're weird. No idea what they do. But they have some nice markings on them as well, where the white kind of mixes in with the red. And they also have pupils in their eyes now, which is terrifying. And I assume they'll probably move, which I'm not looking forward to. The mandible claws also have some nice detail on them, like little cracks in them and little dents from previous prey captures. And overall, it just looks so much better. The chin looks even more butty, and it looks fantastic. And the teeth, I think they may have changed the teeth as well. There's a Reaper model on the webs on Sketchfab as well that I will show you now, so we can have a look at the difference. And also, really nice detail on this nose cone thing. So this is the previous model, and as you can see, it's a lot less detailed. There are slight kind of stretch marks on the underside, but there's nothing good. It's kind of just gently blended in. It doesn't look fantastic. And it has always had 4 nostrils, which is interesting, but it didn't have pupils. And now it's going to, so that's quite terrifying. Obviously the butt chin doesn't have any markings on it. These things don't have any markings on it. The claws have some markings on them, but they're really smooth and shiny, and that's not how they should be. This also had a bit of markings on them, but they've obviously increased the amount on there and made it look a lot better. The design on the back, I think they've actually flourished it out in the new one. I don't think it was as, I don't think it went away so quickly in the new one. And also the fins just look kind of like 2D bits of paper. And then in here, oh maybe it doesn't, but I think the red is more I think it's a less subtle red. I think it's a more dangerous red. And yes, these fins definitely look a lot better. They're still really thin, but that's how they would be, and the texturing on them is fantastic, as with everything else in Subnautica. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. So if you did enjoy the video, please give it a like. If you're feeling really, really generous, subscribe to become a Crunchy David. Until next one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Drama friends.